Hey, you guys, don't let the sunglasses and sunshine fool you. Actually, maybe let it fool you, because we're coming at you with the third quarter update, and it's almost mid-October.
It's fall, y'all.
It's chilly right now because it's morning, but it's going to be 80 today.
Yes, we are getting unseasonably warm temperatures.
And I wish, Matt, that our real estate market was as hot as the temperatures still are in October.
That's true, but it's just not the case, as we've been saying.
It's not the case. So third quarter's in the books. We've seen an extension of the second quarter, and what I mean by that, actually more than an extension, kind of an escalation of the second quarter, specifically with interest rates. Probably no secret to anybody even watching this video. We're seeing high sixes, low sevens. They bounce around kind of, I'm talking about home mortgage rates, purchase mortgage rates. I talked to lenders, Matt. There's a sentiment out there that they may, before it actually turns the corner and goes down, they may actually get up to 8.
It's going to get worse before it gets better, that's for sure. I mean, I think we're anticipating it's either 4 or 5 rate hikes from the feds before the middle of 2023. And I've actually heard over 9s, perhaps even over 10% interest rate. Yeah. But the market just can't sustain that. Our economy right now can't sustain that. So I think we've said before, pretty much following, I think it's 100% of the time following every inflationary period is a recession. What that recession looks like, we don't know. Typically, actually, most often, it doesn't impact real estate prices like it does some other sector of the market. Yeah. You know, maybe the stock market, which has already seen big hits this year.
Well, and we've seen from the peak, being April of this year, with median home prices here in Bend. The same is true in Redmond, actually not to the same degree, but we ran the numbers this morning, Matt. We're off about 6.5%?
About 6.5% in prices. We've actually been saying higher than that, 8 or 10%. But I think, again, that luxury market has just started to turn in the last week or two and is following that kind of 500,000 to $1 million that's really been struggling, and I think has been impacted a lot more than what the stats show.
Yeah, I think we've been saying that, at least internally. I think that you probably hit the nail on the head there.
Let's finish the interest rate conversation first. I think we've talked to 3 or 4 different lenders that all share the same sentiment, that we will see rate hikes through the next, let's say, 6 months. But in about 18 to 24 months, we should see those rates settle back down. We've heard some commercial lenders even say as low as 3.5%. I'm guessing we'll probably see them come back to maybe the 4.5 to 5.5 range, maybe.
Yeah.
But that will, I mean, right now, investment properties aren't penciling very well. You know, the payments for just your standard residential buyers are much higher than they were seeing just a year ago. So that'll really bring a lot of energy back into the market. So we're anticipating a slow, year or two here, where people who need to buy, need to move here, need to sell, are going to be the ones doing it. But it's not going to be it's not going to be the second homes. We might see Sun River hit a lot harder than we see Bend and the other Central Oregon communities, and probably some of the condos. We've already seen condo sales go down significantly compared to last year's numbers. And so, I think that discretionary spending is really going to be cut off here for the next couple of years. But in 2 years, when those interest rates, if those interest rates do settle back down, I think we're going to see maybe not another frenzy, but another very hot market again.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's a frenzy. I think that what we're seeing right now is that, proportionally speaking, the interest rate hike has not correlated with the house price drop. And so, to Matt's point, especially we're not going to call it the lower end, but just that $500 to maybe $1 million price point, we have a lot of finance buyers. Their purchasing power has just been absolutely destroyed, and prices, even though they've come down, what we were saying, 6%, that doesn't even come close to what it's going to take for certain buyers to need that purchasing power. And so it'll be interesting to see what cracks, if anything. Do prices really slide? Do they not? Do we just stagnate on terms of total deals, volume?
Something needs to give. It's either interest rates, real estate prices, or a combination of the two. And it'll likely, I think, be a combination where we'll see interest rates come back down. But in the meantime, home prices are probably going to continue to decline a little bit here in Central Oregon.
Yeah. I mean, you look at kind of other things that are happening out and about Bend. Newport. I just went down Newport Avenue yesterday, Matt. A couple new roundabouts there just popping up. It feels like we are just breeding. We're like just absolutely going crazy with roundabouts, which is great. I think that it's a very efficient, awesome way of kind of doing transportation. And then you look around and you still see, commercial projects that are going up in different spots, and
big projects too.
Obviously you have some multifamily, but then you have some, actually, this surprises me, but we have some And I think, I don't know if they're total spec, but some office buildings.
Some retail on the north end of town, it looks like, going up.
Yep.
And then there's large acreage parcels. I know Polish has a couple large projects that they're working on in addition to the Petrosa project.
You got the Golden Triangle up north.
Yep, and they're actually involved with that development just north of that.
Yep.
And then they're selling some of their commercial parcels there. So, a lot of growth still. Central Oregon's still a very attractive place to be, and I think all these institutional, investors and just large developers have that same positive long-term outlook that we have.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't think that the underlying metrics of Bend, Central Oregon as a whole, are still super strong.
Yes, I completely agree.
So,
what else do we got to talk about?
Well, Mariners in the playoffs, so root for the Mariners. By the time you're watching this, their season could be over. Let's hope it's not. And team's doing good. We added, because this is a quarterly news news update, we have a new team member on our team that is not in the video with us, but if you've checked our social media, we've done a little shout out for him. JP Faraday.
He's doing a great job. We're loving him.
And he's kind of becoming a buyer's agent and just bird dogging deals for us, which is exciting. Just kind of getting his feet wet. I have a lot of high hopes for him. And other than that, we're just looking to do deals, you guys. Our business, we're not going to make any kind of secret about it. Our business is down. Probably will end up at the end of the year down somewhere around 40 to 50%, which is actually, when you talk to lenders, talk to escrow folks, we probably are getting caught up at the same levels that most people are here.
Agreed.
Still feeling like we're doing great, grateful to have the business that we have, but continue to think of us, send people your way.
We're thankful to, over the past 10 years we've been really, really busy.
Yeah.
And or let's say 8 years. And a lot of people, I've had conversations, they say, well, we don't want to bother you, we know you're really busy and our house isn't worth that much, so we didn't think it would be the right fit for you. It's never been the case, and it's definitely not the case now. We have a lot of capacity with our team. Leah and Emily are amazing support behind the scenes, and then we got Nick and Lisa and us too, and again, we don't have a lot of buyers right now. We have a fair amount of listings, but they're harder to sell.
We want as far as the ones that are still in the market.
That's right. Yeah. So anyway, reach out to us, buysellbend.com. Hope you enjoyed the quarterly newsletter update. We'll look forward to seeing you in the fourth quarter, and hope you enjoy all the holidays that come with this time of year.
That's right. Take care, everybody.
Have a good one.